In this video, we'll walk through a full timeline of UFO disclosure and some of the most intriguing reported UFO sightings in history. My hope is that by highlighting some of the most compelling UFO encounters throughout history, the similarities between these cases will be illuminated, bringing to the fore some of the unembellished truths that underpin them. Before we start, if you're the curious type and enjoy videos like today's, then please like, subscribe and hit the bell icon to make sure you don't miss future videos. (1561) Celestial phenomenon over Nuremberg, Germany. A broadsheet newspaper reports the earliest recorded mass UFO sighting in history. According to the article, the bizarre encounter started when the sky turned blood red, and from the sun two semicircular red arcs appeared. Soon after, a dark-coloured orb of ferrous material appeared near the sun, and following this, numerous other strangely shaped objects appeared, ranging from spheres and cylinders to crosses. This ended when a large black triangular object appeared in the sky, resulting in the spheres falling to the earth in clouds of smoke. 1566 Celestial phenomenon over Basel, Switzerland. A second mass sighting of spherical, black and white UFOs is reported. Once again, eyewitnesses claim the orbs appeared out of the sun. 1609 Gangwon Province, Korea. A series of mysterious sightings of a halo or washbowl-like object are reported. Multiple witnesses report the phenomenon, which is officially documented in the annals of the Joseon dynasty. 1897 The mystery airships. A wave of mysterious airship sightings are reported across the United States, with numerous accounts of strange, unidentified flying objects resembling large airships. These sightings occur predominantly in rural areas and are well documented in local newspapers. Witnesses describe the objects as flying machines, sometimes equipped with bright lights and propellers, moving at speeds and exhibiting technological capabilities far beyond the technology of the time. Many reports include interactions with human-like occupants who claim to be inventors or explorers. 1941 The Cape Girardeau UFO crash. A UFO crash predates Roswell by 6 years. According to reports, a local reverend named William Huffman is called to the scene of a crash by authorities, where he witnesses a downed craft and several non-human bodies. Huffman claimed that military personnel were quick to arrive and take control of the situation and enforce secrecy around the event. 1944 Foo Fighters. Allied pilots during World War II report mysterious glowing objects following their aircraft during missions, which they later dubbed Foo Fighters. These objects, often described as bright, spherical, and manoeuvring in ways that defied known technology, were first sighted over Europe but were later reported in other theatres of war, such as the Pacific. 1947. The term flying saucer is coined. Kenneth Arnold, a private pilot, reports seeing a series of 9 unusual crescent-shaped objects darting through the sky near Mount Rainier, Washington State. Arnold estimates the craft to be flying at speeds in excess of 1,200 miles per hour and describes their movement as resembling saucers skipping on water. This sighting leads to the now common phrase, flying saucer. 1947. The Roswell incident. A reported crash near Roswell, New Mexico, led to the recovery of mysterious debris by the US military. The official story, initially describing the object as a flying disc, was later changed to reports of a weather balloon, sparking decades of conspiracy theories. 1948. Project Blue Book begins. The US Air Force initiates Project Blue Book, a top-secret program tasked with investigating and analysing reports of unidentified flying objects. Project Blue Book examines thousands of sightings to determine whether they pose a threat to national security and to scientifically explain their origins. 1952. The Washington, D.C. UFO incident. Over a series of weekends, radar operators at both Washington National Airport and Andrews Air Force Base track UFOs in the skies about the US Capitol. These radar contacts are accompanied by multiple visual sightings by military personnel and pilots, who describe glowing orbs moving erratically. This leads to heightened concern and a flurry of military activity, including fighter jets being scrambled to intercept the objects. 1953. The Robertson Panel. The Robertson Panel is convened by the Central Intelligence Agency to evaluate the growing number of UFO reports and their implications to national security. This panel, consisting of top scientists and experts in various fields, is tasked with assessing whether UFOs pose a credible threat. The panel concludes that the UFO sightings are largely attributable to misidentified conventional aircraft or natural phenomena, and that the public's fascination with UFOs could be manipulated by foreign adversaries looking to create psychological stress. They recommend the debunking of UFO reports in the media to prevent widespread panic. 1961. The Betty and Barney Hill abduction. A married couple from New Hampshire in the United States report one of the first ever widely publicised UFO abduction cases in the US. They claim while driving home from vacation in Canada, they experienced a puzzling close encounter with a strange, glowing craft that hovered above their car. They recall being taken aboard the craft, where they were subjected to a series of medical examinations by beings who appeared to be extraterrestrial. Following their experience, the Hills underwent hypnosis sessions that revealed further details of their abduction, sparking considerable media attention and public interest. 1965. The Kecksburg UFO incident. The small town of Kecksburg, Pennsylvania sees residents report a fireball streaking across the sky, followed by a loud explosion and a crash landing in a wooded area. Witnesses describe a metallic, acorn-shaped object that was quickly recovered by military personnel. The official explanation suggests it was a fallen Russian satellite, but locals question the official narrative. 1967. The Shag Harbour incident. Witnesses in Shag Harbour, Nova Scotia, report seeing a series of bright lights in the night sky, which then descended and crashed. The Royal Canadian Mounted Police and military personnel were dispatched to investigate the glowing, submerged object. Despite a thorough search, nothing is found. 1969. Project Blue Book ends. After investigating over 12,000 cases, Project Blue Book is shut down. The US Air Force declare that none of the cases pose a threat to national security, and that no evidence of extraterrestrial origin was found. 1976. The Tehran UFO incident. Multiple witnesses, including high-ranking military officials, report numerous unidentified flying objects over Tehran, Iran. Two Iranian Air Force pilots, after receiving reports of a UFO, attempt to intercept a luminous, hovering craft that exhibited extraordinary flight capabilities. They describe the object as having a bright, disc-like appearance, which seems to have interfered with their aircraft's electronics. 1977. The Colares incident. For several months, locals in the Brazilian city of Colares report sightings of strange, glowing objects in the sky which they describe as bright, disc-shaped crafts emitting beams of light. These beams allegedly target individuals, causing burns, puncture wounds, and severe fatigue. The Brazilian Air Force launch an official investigation known as Operation Saucer, yet leave many questions unanswered. The operation is commanded by Captain Urangue Holanda, who speaks out years after the incident, claiming that what was witnessed was not of this world. 1980. The Rendlesham Forest incident. Over the course of several nights, US Air Force personnel stationed at RAF Woodbridge, UK, report seeing strange lights and a mysterious craft in the nearby Rendlesham Forest. Witnesses describe a glowing, triangular-shaped object that landed and emitted a series of strange flashing lights. Upon closer investigation of the area where the craft was said to have landed, disturbed vegetation and increased radiation readings are recorded. 1989. The Belgium UFO wave. From 1989 until 1990, thousands of witnesses, both civilian and military, report observing large, triangular-shaped objects with bright lights and remarkable flight capabilities. These UFOs are described as moving silently at high speeds, with some sightings corroborated by radar data from the Belgium Air Force. The most significant encounter occurs when fighter jets are scrambled to intercept the objects, though no contact is made. 1994. The Aerial School encounter. 62 students at the Aerial School in Rua, Zimbabwe, report a close encounter with an unidentified craft. During a break, the children observed a disc-shaped object landing near their playground. They described seeing beings with large eyes and a metallic, glowing craft before it took off again. This sighting is corroborated by multiple eyewitnesses, including teachers. 1996. The Virginia UFO incident. The town of Varginha, Brazil, is subject to a reported UFO crash in a nearby field. Initial sightings report seeing strange, alien-like creatures in the area. The Brazilian military is soon involved, with the entire town being put on lockdown. Witnesses describe the creatures as having large heads and big red eyes. They also report seeing military trucks transporting strange, unidentified materials from the crash site. 2004, the USS Nimitz tic-tac encounter. Navy pilots from the Nimitz Carrier Strike Group are on a routine training mission when they see a tic-tac shaped unidentified flying object. The craft exhibited extraordinary flight capabilities, such as rapid acceleration and huge changes in altitude. Despite the inexplicable speeds the UFO could travel at, no visible propulsion was present. 2007, the Advanced Aerospace Threat Identification Program launches. The US Department of Defense launched a new initiative called the Advanced Aerospace Threat Identification Program, or ATIP. Similar to Project Blue Book, this initiative is tasked with investigating reports of unidentified aerial phenomena, or UAPs. The program is spearheaded by military intelligence officer Lou Elizondo and aims to assess the potential threat posed by these unexplained objects, some of which demonstrate advanced technology beyond current human understanding. 2012, ATIP shuts down. 5 years after its inception, ATIP closes due to a lack of funding and shifting priorities within the US Department of Defense. Although the program has made significant strides in investigating UAP and gathering evidence to prove their existence, it faces skepticism from certain Pentagon officials. 2017, the Pentagon UFO videos are leaked. 3 videos of unidentified aerial phenomena captured by US Navy pilots are revealed in the New York Times and Washington Post, sparking widespread media attention and public debate. The videos, known as FLIR 1, Gimbal and Go Fast, show fast-moving, unidentified objects performing maneuvers that appear to defy known physics. The release of these videos, alongside the revelation that ATIP existed, mark a turning point in the government's transparency regarding UFO investigations. 2018, Lou Elizondo speaks out. Former head of ATIP, Lou Elizondo, speaks out about his role for the first time. Elizondo reveals that many UAP incidents involved objects displaying advanced technology far beyond current human capabilities, raising a series of national security concerns. He criticises the lack of formal governmental attention to the potential threats posed by these encounters. 2020, the Pentagon confirms UFO footage. The Pentagon officially confirms the authenticity of the 3 leaked UAP videos, FLIR 1, Gimbal and Go Fast. 2020, the UAP Task Force is established. Following the release of the Pentagon UFO videos, the US Department of Defense create the Unidentified Aerial Phenomena Task Force to investigate and evaluate UAP sightings, particularly those involving military personnel. Led by the Office of Naval Intelligence, the UAP Task Force is charged with gathering data, improving reporting of UAP incidents, and determining whether these sightings represent advanced technology from foreign adversaries or other unknown origins. 2021, the US government UAP report is released. The US government released a highly anticipated report on UAP following increasing public interest and pressure from lawmakers. The report, prepared by the Office of the Director of National Intelligence, examines 144 UAP incidents observed by military personnel between 2004 and 2021. 2022, creation of the All-Domain Anomaly Resolution Office. The US Department of Defense establishes the All-Domain Anomaly Resolution Office, or AARO, to expand efforts in investigating UAP. AARO is created to centralize and streamline the study of UAP across all domains: air, sea, space, and land, following increased reports of mysterious sightings by military personnel. 2023, David Grush whistleblower testimony. Former US intelligence official David Grush testifies before Congress, claiming the existence of a government UFO crash retrieval program. Grush testifies that the US government have been secretly recovering and studying non-human spacecraft for decades, and are even in possession of non-human biologics. 2024, the UAP Disclosure Act of 2024. In a significant legislative effort to increase government transparency regarding UAP, the Senate Select Committee on Intelligence passes the UAP Disclosure Act of 2024. This act proposes the establishment of a dedicated oversight board to review all classified information relating to UAPs and to decide what can be disclosed to the public. Over the coming 7 years, this board will work to declassify and release relevant data about UAPs. 2024, Lou Elizondo releases Imminent inside the Pentagon's hunt for UFOs. Former head of ATIP, Lou Elizondo, releases a book documenting his experiences working on the government's secretive studies into UAP. In his book, he details encounters, advanced technologies observed, and the many bureaucratic challenges he faced in his time with the program. As we've seen throughout this video, UFO phenomena have intrigued humanity for generations, with sightings and encounters stretching back centuries. Interestingly, certain features of these encounters have remained consistent. Sightings often feature spherical glowing objects that move with unimaginable speed and agility, far exceeding technological progress of the time. While the nature of these objects remains a mystery, the conversation around UAP has clearly shifted dramatically, especially in recent years. Government disclosures, whistleblower testimonies, and the establishment of official government programs signal that what was once considered a fringe, conspiracy-laden topic is now a serious subject of national and scientific import. As we continue to gather data and analyse these encounters, we may be on the brink of answering one of the greatest questions of our time. Are we truly alone in the universe? Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please do leave a like, subscribe and hit the bell icon, as it will really support the channel. Until next time.